One of my favorite Nesivas Shaloms in the parasha, V'loi yachlu lishtais mayim mimara ki maram heim. Pashup Pshat is they couldn't drink the water from this place called Mara. Why? Because it was bitter. Says the Nesivas Shalom. Lo shehamayim hayu marim, elo ha'anoshim hayu marim. There was nothing wrong with the water. The people were bitter. V'lo yachlu lishtais mayim mimara. You know why they couldn't drink this water? Ki marim heim. The people were bitter. Someone who's farbisin, who's bitter, can't enjoy anything. We look at things that cause us such delight. A farbrengen, learning, tzedakah, mitzvahs, Torah. It's supposed to be delight, right? There are so many psukim that discuss how Torah is a delight. Masuk midvash. Some people, they say this is disgusting. You know why? Ki marim heim. They have a bitter taste. They went through trauma. They went through abuse. They can't appreciate. The sweetness. And when someone doesn't appreciate something as being sweet, and to them, nebach, unfortunately, it tastes bitter, the worst thing you can do is force them or pressure them to eat it, because they're going to hate it even more. We have to heal them until they want it, and it tastes sweet to them, and then they can't get enough. Just today, another TP parent told me, we have another kid to add to the list we're up to 126, I believe, completely Shema Torah mitzvahs. Somebody who was off the derech for a few years. And is thirsty. The same kid who was, they gave me all the before and afters. The same kid who was eating in the home a cheeseburger is now telling the parents, no, you only eat Chalav Yisrael. Like not even just kosher. Chalav Yisrael. And he's makbid on this, and he's learning halacha, and he has a shear, and it's unbelievable. Like, where is this kid? He was, like I said before, he was always good, he was always frum. But kimarim heim, they have bitterness. And then when we pressure someone, no, you have to wear yarmulke. If the yarmulke hurts them, chas v'shalom. The yarmulke is sweet. If it hurts your head, you should not wear it. If tznius hurts your body, we have girls that are less tzniistic than goyim. That's how you know that it's pain. The goyim can cover up in the cold, and our girls who are nebuch damaged, they can't even put on clothes. It's a crazy reaction to childhood trauma, is you can't wear clothing. It's just unbelievable. But we have we have hundreds and hundreds of kids like this. We have so many boys, the first time that they put on tefillin after a few years, I'll get a picture from the parents. Chaim, Moshe put on tefillin. And you see a boy in his underwear, no undershirt, no yarmulke, no tzit, nothing. This kid was bar mitzvah just a few years ago. He's not a horrible person. He wouldn't be putting on tefillin. They're so allergic to clothing, and it takes a while. You have to have a vata blick. You have to look down the road, in Mitzvah Hashem. They become more normal, and everything works out. The problem is not the water. Torah is sweet. Problem is not Yiddishkeit. Yiddishkeit is sweet. Problem is kimarim heim. You cannot be mechanech a sickness. You can't educate a person who's sick. You can't say, but this is good, but you have to do this. What does it even mean, you have to? What does it even mean? You have to listen to the rules in my house. Okay, until? That means I just have to wait till I get out of here. We're not trying to get people to listen to the rules while they're in our house. We're trying to, hopefully, we want to see Dairis Yisharim, Mevarachim. We want them to be turned on to what we believe is the right way of life. Once you say you have to, that's it. That's communist Russia. Wait for the wall to take down the wall. That's it. I would never be part of a group if they said, you have to, you have to. The you have to is when they're 3, when they're 4, when they're 5. Also not you have to. Come, Shefula, put it on, right? Everything's good. Once they make a U-turn and we're pushing them back with might and with force, we already lost. First of all, you can't be stronger than a teenager because you have something to lose. You have something to lose, and they don't. They have nothing to lose. This girl was leaving the house, 15-year-old girl. I told you the story. All my stories are true. And the father said, you leave this house, we're done. Now, rich guy, I told this to you by the training, right? Rich guy, millions of dollars. Girl has this beautiful house, beautiful room. They go away for Pesach to the most expensive programs. A great life, right? Who is she leaving her father for? Some guy with a face full of pimples and a bicycle. Not even a motor bicycle, not a motorcycle, just a old clanky two-wheeler. And he tells her, you leave now? Like this? This is the way you're leaving? You're his. Don't come back here. You're out of the will. I said, wow, how long did she take to think it over? Did she consult with any friends? Did she think about, if you have like $1 million decision, wouldn't you wait like a little bit? He's like, I'm like, the door slammed by the time you have finished your threat? Yeah, how'd you know? So you're not dealing with somebody with a full deck.
So did Rachel with Kalba Savur?
Rachel and Kalba Savur. Rachel and Kalba Savur, look what happened over here. Something so beautiful. We'll make a separate clip about that. Okay? But you're not dealing, if someone's willing to lose everything, that's because they're not making a rational decision. Go to a bar, I don't care how strong you are. If you're going to go have a fight with a drunk person, you're going to lose. Because you're still thinking within a certain realm, but the drunk guy, he could do anything. So you're always going to lose. You're always going to lose fighting a teenager. Never going to work. But more than that, even if you win and you got them to do the thing that you want them to do, you still lost because you took away their ratzon to do it. Now they want to do it less. Says the Nesivas Shaloms, one of my favorite Nesivas Shaloms. Chinuch amiti, we should have a faher on these words. This should be billboards everywhere. Chinuch amiti, true chinuch, genuine, authentic Torah chinuch, education, einoi lahachriach es hachanich lehis nahagos tova, is not to pressure the child to behave well. Ela lahavi oisoi kedei sheyirtze bazeh, but to bring the child that they should want it. Now they don't want it. They want to go kimarim heim. They want to go in the opposite direction. They think Yiddishkeit is bitter. Shabbos is terrible. Shabbos for them is gefährlich. The Tzina Rebbe, Reblazer Shlita, Zayin Gezin said, you know why they don't keep Shabbos? Because Shabbos is Yom Menicha. In English, Yom Menucha. And they have no Menucha. Shabbos is a day of rest. To us, it's like we look forward to it. If we understand what Shabbos is, it's a day to return, like we said, to return to be out of the confusion, to be the best Jew we can be, to be the best us that we can be, to rest, rejoice with peace of mind, to pray. And to them, it's hell. It's Gehenna. It's like they would tell you know what Gehenna is? 7 days. That's going to be Gehenna. They give you 7 days of Shabbos. Shabbos. You can't do anything. You go crazy. Why? Because they can't be with themselves. They have no menucha. They have to distract themselves. Otherwise, they go crazy from pain, from anxiety, from depression, from all kinds of feelings in their brain that most of us, hopefully, have no idea what it is. If you're healthy and you don't experience it, great. But if you experience that kind of chaos and confusion in your brain, and your brain hurts, and you can't distract yourself, Gehenna. Gehenna. That's how they describe it for them. So the idea is, if I tell you, you just came out of the hospital, and you had surgery because you burnt the top of your head, and they had to sew it up. And I say, no, put on yarmulke. And you go, I want to. You're from, right? You say, ow. I'd say Rabid. Hold on. This is not supposed to be a painful situation over here. Mitzvahs are not supposed to be painful. Torah is not supposed to be painful. Shabbos is not supposed to be painful. It's supposed to make us feel good. It has a purpose. If this hurts you, we lost the battle. We have to wait. Kimarim heim. We have to heal them. And then all of a sudden, the same kid on their own, they all of a sudden pop up with this thing and this thing. The climb up is also very treacherous. You need to be trained. But it's such a beautiful thing watching them come back. That Hashem should help all of your children come back. And the journey should be sweet and peaceful as much as possible. It is painful, but as Hashem, we will be successful.